Good evening everyone, it's Nathan here from Mighty Lancer Games, and this evening we're going to be painting some, or attempting to paint some non-metal metal on this copper dragon from Reaper. So this is Frixis, the copper dragon, and it's a pretty awesome figure, which you can see here. He's one of the smaller dragons that Reaper do, but as a copper dragon that's probably fair. They don't tend to be in the D&D lore as big as their other counterparts. So here he is. So what we're going to do is I'm going to focus primarily on this area here, up his leg and maybe up into his neck for this evening, because it's going to be a long process getting this right. There's a lot of stages to doing non-metal metal, and I've been doing a little bit of research, but I haven't been practicing between Monday and tonight, so I might make a couple of boo-boos on the stream, but we'll see how that goes. So what we really need to do is consider this whole cylinder here, this whole leg as and his neck as a cylinder, and then decide where the highlights are coming from. So the reason I've chosen this side is it's possibly the best angle for lighting for while we're on stream, for the camera pointing down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a series of highlights going up the leg here and up into the neck, and then when we start on the other part of the body, we'll have another source of light coming from this angle, and we'll go down here, and then he'll be a lot darker under his stomach there. So we're going to start that now. I am going to say hello to him. I do apologise. I've got so excited telling everybody like how thing is. I haven't said hello. So hello Moxidon. Hello Pete the Priest. Hello Witty D. Hello Mr Perks. Hello GG Jiggle. Thank you Azrael. Hi. Thanks for everybody that's joined us. We appreciate you taking your time out to see us. Yeah, just lost me thread now. So we're going to start on this now.
He's just excited, Gigi. That's all.
I am. So I've undercoated it with a combination of different things. So we started off with a all over prime on the dragon of Vallejo German red brown, and then I went over the top of that with some Vallejo orange brown to get this nice orangey colour that you see here on the dragon, and that's going to be our base coat for him, and it's taken a couple of coats to get it up to this nice colour that we can see here. And then we're going to go in with our first highlight using some Vallejo flat flesh. Oh, it's possibly a bit too close to the camera. Some Vallejo flat flesh there, which is a nice kind of bright flesh colour. So I'll just blob my coloured dot on the lid, because that's how we see what they are in the cupboard before I forget. And let's crack on. So has anybody got any questions before I dive in and start painting? And I've got two brushes. This is the other thing I'll mention. I've got two brushes I'm going to use. So we've got the brush that I've been using for all of our streaming so far, which is this. In fact, let's do it this way around, which is a Green Stuff World Standard Detail 0 brush, which is the princely sum of £3.25, so not an expensive brush. And then the other brush that I've got here for slightly finer detail work is another Green Stuff World brush, Silver Series 00, and that is £3.90. So we're not using super expensive paintbrushes here. And I picked the Vallejo paint to use for this, because that is also the cheapest out of the various ranges that we sell. So have a lick of the paintbrush and a mouthful of water, and then we'll crack on if there are no...
How is everyone today? What's everybody
questions?
Any hobbying in your house? We've just been working, haven't we?
Yep.
It's been a really nice
working.
day,
We've got some cool stuff being delivered, which we'll show off on a future stream.
Oh look, Pete the Priest had a barbecue already.
What?
bit of sunshine, get the Barbie on.
Yeah.
What did you have on your barbecue? Anything exciting, or was it just sausages? Have you seen Wicked D's question? Do you want me to read it out? Seems how you painted.
No.
So I think I know the answer to this, but what does non-metal metal mean? Is that where you paint it to look like metal?
Yep, that's right. So the idea is that you get a metallic effect, so it looks like a nice shiny metal, but you're not using a metallic paint.
Gives you more control.
Yeah. So I don't know, Renaissance painters, shall we say, and like classical artists obviously didn't have access to metallic pigments. I'm staring at the screen now, I should be looking over here at the camera. But classical painters didn't have access to metallic pigments on the whole, so they had to make do with regular colours and try and make nice metal shades using yellows and greys and what have you to make the metals. And we're just going to try and replicate that on a miniature. Now it's a lot different when you're trying to paint it on a miniature, because if you're looking at a painting in a gallery or whatever, you're obviously you're looking at a flat page, and then they've had to build the texture and the contours and what have you in with shadows. But obviously we're using a 3D miniature, so it's a slightly different technique, and we're going to try and replicate that around the miniature, because obviously when you look at this on the shelf or in the cabinet or whatever, it's going to look as if there's light coming at it from several angles. And because he's slightly larger than the normal kind of figures that you might see people painting on stream, and where I have to have the camera positioned, he's going to look a little blurry at times. So that's one of the reasons I chose this particular view, because I can have him there and get a good camera angle, I think.
Hi there, Beard Goblin. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
I was trying to finish the march of the
March from the Crag.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I was doing that before, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I said they were doing that before. But then I suppose March, was it last day of March today?
Yes. Yeah.
Super on the deadline then, I assume. Oh, and Mr. Perks is painting skin tones. Mr. Perks has a very good setup. Has like a big homemade arch of light.
Oh yeah.
That goes across the top of his painting desk. It's cool. It's very good.
We've just got some new lights today, which I don't know if you might notice that our lighting here is any better. But we've got had some new lights delivered today, which we like.
Yeah,
but they've got different coloured filters, so we can change it and try a couple of different things.
It's turning green.
It is. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Hopefully it's lit better green. Yeah, you said you were going to show the new stuff that you've got today, didn't you, later on maybe?
Yeah.
And then also, we've still got the giveaway running. Once we get to 100 followers, I'm going to do that giveaway for the, is it Spellcrow?
Spellcrow Miniatures.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. So if you're not following us, a follow would be really good, and you get yourself involved in that giveaway.
Yeah, and subscribers get 2 entries. Should you have a Amazon Prime subscription, you get a free Twitch subscription once per month. So if you've not used that up, we would very much appreciate if you chose to use it for us.
So what are you doing now then?
So what I'm doing here is I'm just putting some quite stark highlights down this leg, and I'm also going to run some up his neck in a minute, and they are going to be the basis for our lighting. And then once I've completed these, so these look a little rough at the moment, but what we're going to do is we're going to do some glazing, which is another new technique for me at least. So we're going to do some glazing and blend these in, so the transitions should be a lot smoother.
So you're not giving yourself a challenge at all then, are you? New non-metal technique, new glazing technique, giant miniature. No.
Yeah.
Don't do things by halves.
Definitely not.
Oh, I've got that song in my head now, Mr. Perks.
Which?
I won't sing it. No, nobody needs to.
Which song? Which song?
It says it's like Boogie Town Disco light setting.
Ah, yeah.
In the old days, we used to go to like a 70s disco night, didn't we?
Yeah.
You know, to dress up in 70s gear, and it was really good. They don't do it anymore now. We don't do anything like that anymore, do they, around here? But it was really good, and we all had lots of fun dressing up and being daft.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, they went before we couldn't go out. You can't go out now because you're not allowed, but those days of us going out were long gone anyway.
Right.
So Mr. Perks is painting skin tones, and Beard Goblin's painting. What's everybody else up to? What have you been doing today, Gigi? Azriel, are you doing anything exciting hobby-wise? You painting along? Wicked D's not letting go of those great nights.
Oh yeah.
Are you looking forward to getting back out when we're allowed then? Wicked D, have you got all your jazzy clothes ready for a night on the town? I'll be getting dragged off the dance floor with my Zimmer frame. I think I need a Zimmer frame now. I feel old enough to have a Zimmer frame now.
Yeah, I give over.
I know I'm not old particularly, but you know, you just feel old. I think I've given up now. I've just decided I'm old and that's it.
We made it round the block in pretty record time earlier on.
Walk round the block today. Look at me go. Oh, Pete the Priest is playing Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh yeah. So how does that compare to the Skyrim and the Oblivion version?
Vicky T says it's got to go in tracky bottoms because they're the only thing that fits at the minute. Yes, I'm feeling that vibe. That's why I went for a walk around the block today, because I need to do something, not just sit still. I need to make myself do something.
Right then. So we're ready for testing out a little bit of glaze action.
Really? Already?
Yeah, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So, I mean, I think it looks like alright. You know, could just do that all over the model and say it's done. Do you think that'd work as like non-metal?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, Gigi's not had anything to eat yet.
No.
So what does everybody else think then? So Gigi, cook or order in? Vote in chat now. Yeah. What did we have? Fajitas, I think. Fajitas. Our style. We don't really like a lot of stuff, do we?
Yeah. Yeah. Chips. We don't have onions and we don't have peppers. We have mushrooms and chips and cheese. You know, there's no guacamole. It's just and it's not even fajita spices. We use taco spices.
Oh, we're terrible.
It's just terrible.
Pete says it's more stressful, but still awesome. We need to play something on the computer. We don't play games on the computer, do we?
No.
You wanted to try out that new one, didn't you? Warhammer thing.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna give that a whirl at some point, but I've got too many things on my painting table at the moment.
Ordering, cooking, and watching videos.
If you want
it's a bad habit.
Yeah. If you want to grow old, disgraceful, and just. Oh, sorry. To sing. What's to sing within the or twocking? Oh, taking without owner's consent. Yes, with a mobility scooter and race around Tesco's car park. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Right then, so what we're going to do...
Yeah, Wicked D. You'll have to show me how to play D&D online.
I think that's
but
it.
Then equally, that means finding time to do that as well.
Yeah. So, what I've got here is... oh, not very good with this camera. What I've got here is a very, very thinned down orange brown, or you could use scrag brown if you're using GW colours. Orange brown mix, which is like a glaze, and it's really thin. I think it could possibly be a little thinner, but anyway, we're going to go with this, and then we're going to try and just glaze up our figure slightly. So I've got a bit of tissue here.
Is this newbie does glazing?
Yeah, this is newbie does glazing now.
Are we ready? Everyone's
So,
got their fingers crossed.
Yeah, so got a bit of our glaze on my brush, and then we're just going to brush that.
Is this all the pro painters cringe?
Oh yeah. There. So I understand that when you can get it like this on your thumbnail. Hang on, there we go. Let's get it under the camera. So if you get this kind of consistency on your thumbnail, so there's very little paint residue being left there at all, that's about the optimum, I believe. So we'll just get a little bit there, and then we're going to start working from the bottom here, and going from the light into the dark, so it drags the paint into the shadow, and this is going to take quite a while. So doesn't want to be really wet like a wash. It just want.
That's right, Crafty Gobbo. Step 1, paint thumb.
Yeah.
This is beginners do glazing, Crafty. That's what this is. I'm trying out lots of new techniques because, after all, if you don't try them, how are you supposed to learn them?
That's it. That's it.
No, we never said we were perfectionists.
No. I think it's looking alright already.
And I'm painting blue spiders for Frostgrave.
Yeah. This is it.
You see, Beard Goblin uses thumbnail as a palette.
Yeah, excellent. It's not something I've ever really done, to be fair. I've always just...
Oh, Mr. Perks says it looks like you're doing it right. There's big praise there.
Yeah. Mr. Perks is an amazing painter.
Oh, Beard Goblin says the whole thumb. Sorry, not thumbnail, the whole thumb. I just accidentally paint my fingers while I'm holding things.
Yeah. So I was last night painting shields for skeletons, and
until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, until about 1 o'clock in the morning, just painting shields to go on my skeletons. About 20 shields for some 28mm skeletons. And when I'd finished and I showed them to Mrs. MLG, and she went, "You've been painting all night and that's all you've done?" And it kind of made me think that maybe I'm taking some of these things a bit far.
It was dim light. I'm sure the detail, if I'd have seen them this morning, would have really popped. But to me, they just look like a load of silver, like round discs.
Yeah. It's yeah. Spent all those hours layering up my verdigris effect because they're painted bronze.
They just look like silver discs. But it was when I was tired. It was 1 o'clock. It probably looked completely different with a pair of fresh eyes. I would have probably gone like, "Wow, that's amazing!"
No, I don't think you would.
Rather than can we go to bed now?
Yeah. Oh, hydrate. Thank you, Pete the Priest.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. He wants me to do Twitch, but the thing is, I'm not. So.
Yeah, I have suggested that, GG.
No, but you have been painting for a million years, and I have been painting for 90 days. So, you know.
Oh.
It's alright. Little Miss is just wrecking the joint. Aren't you, sweetie pie? No. Do you want me to move it? Is it uncomfortable? Yeah, okay.
It's not quite as warm in.
Is that gin?
Is it gin? No, sorry, it's just water this evening.
Oh, that's what he's telling us anyway.
Yeah.
There you go, sweetheart.
I think I've put a little bit too much water on there. I needed to dry that out a little bit before I put it on. So I'm just going to have to leave him to dry a second. I think. Put him down a sec. Mrs. MLG Mondays. Yeah, sounds like a plan.
No, it's Subbox Mondays. It's Subbox Mondays.
But you could do it.
No, you're alright, thanks. I have enough fun. I'm keeping Little Miss entertained.
Yeah.
Can't do everything.
Yeah, we've got an extra special stay upper this evening because it's Easter holidays for us.
Are you going to say hello? No? Okay.
No.
Just make us sound like we're talking to ourselves.
Excuse me.
So has anybody else done any of these techniques then? Anybody else in chat done non-metal metal or glazings or anything like that? Wicked D says hello. Crafty Godless, everyone's saying hello to you, but you're not saying hello to anybody else, are you? Just giggling down there.
Yep, she's sat down here playing on her dragon game.
Yeah. Gigi says hello. See, everyone says hello. No, it's alright, Gigi. I've done a couple of YouTube videos. That's about my extent. I don't have the technical knowledge, you see, to do these things. Don't know what I'm talking about most of the time.
Yeah. Just make it up as I go along.
Azriel's glazed a radioactive Nurgle. Took many hours.
Yeah.
I bet that looked really good though. I've never done glazing. Overall, I'm just painting block colour. Mr. Perks says hello. Everyone say hello to you. You sure you don't want to say hello back? Go on then, big shout though, because they won't be able to hear you down there. No, okay. I don't know. What you like?
Have we added our new YouTube video?
The dry brushing one.
Yeah.
Yes, I have added the new dry brushing one.
Super.
Oh, I've just done wet blend. I've tried wet blending. I have tried wet blending. I did a dragon and did some wings on it.
It was this one.
Was it? No, that red one over there.
Ah, yes.
Over there one. Yeah, that's right, Gigi. Little Miss is playing a dragon game. Mister's painting a dragon. I'm doing spiders.
Yeah. Mrs. MLG very kindly painting my Frostgrave monsters for me. To get her a mini a day in.
Yeah. Beard Goblin says that non-metal metal looks brain melting. Yeah, it does to me as well.
Yeah.
I'd rather just paint it with some shiny paint. Glazing is something that I almost always do. I do a weird thing where I use non-metal metal techniques with my metallics.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
So she says Mr. Perk's taking it to a whole new level now.
Yeah.
He was an excellent painter though, Mr. Perk's, aren't you, son?
Yeah. Yeah. It's whereas I am not an excellent painter, and I'm trying to push myself to do something new and exciting.
But
So.
unless you try, you're never gonna know, are you? You've got to try these things.
Yeah. So still looks quite blocky. We've got like 3 layers on. I think it's going to take a bit more.
They don't look like real spiders though, Gigi. They're bright blue. Unless you get blue spiders, I don't know, but we certainly don't get them in our house. They're for Mr.'s Frostgrave, aren't they?
Yeah.
That he's absolutely obsessed with at the moment, and every single thing that we do is, ooh, could use that in Frostgrave. Ooh, could use that in Frostgrave.
It's because when we can, we're going to be running an in-store Frostgrave campaign.
Now, you see, you say that like, oh, it's all right because it's really for the shop.
Yeah.
But I know full well it's really because you want to play Frostgrave.
Yeah.
And just doing it for the shop is an added extra bonus to your, I just want to play Frostgrave because it's cool.
Well, it is cool. Yeah. So the last time I played it was with the first edition rules, but recently there has been a second edition of Frostgrave come out. So we're currently got my bedtime reading of the second edition Frostgrave rulebook, and working through that slowly but surely. I'm just going to move the map around slightly. So I'm working my way through the second edition rulebook so we can... oh, excuse me. So I can understand exactly what's changed between first and second edition. I've decided that rather than just try and identify what rules have changed by flicking backwards and forwards, I'm going to read it cover to cover, which is something that I don't normally do, to be honest, and should. So that's what I'm doing. And so far, there have been some positive changes. If you're familiar with Frostgrave, there's some great little changes. Hi there, girls.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
We're doing non-metal and glazing attempts as a fairly newbie, but while we're waiting for it to dry, we're talking about Frostgrave.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to have a stretch while you're waiting for it to dry. D says, stretch. No, don't yawn. You might go to sleep if you keep watching him do that.
I know. Oh, look, you can see right up that. Because the camera's on a little bit of a delay on the screen that we've got the chat on, so when I yawn then you can see right down my throat.
Oh, nice.
I know. Just, everyone might like that. I don't know. Anyway.
That even made Little Miss laugh. Oh dear.
Right.
Yeah, Crafty, you're coming to check us out on Discord. We have got a Discord if anybody'd like to join. All we ask is that you are nice and kind and friendly to everybody. We like to just have a nice friendly chat and we help each other out and show each other works in progress and what we've been up to, etc.
Yeah, I've been... Oh, hi Cheetos.
Hello. What have you been up to today, Cheetos? Any hobbying today or just all work?
I dug my brass scorpion out today.
Oh yeah.
So I can
it's on the table,
show some work in progress pictures off of that thing. I dummy assembled it and it actually looks better than I remember, if I'm honest. So.
Back from school. Are you hoping to get some hobby stuff in this afternoon or just chilling and listening to the stream? So what are you doing now then?
I'm still glazing this highlighty bit.
Right, okay. So go on then, what's the idea of glazing then?
Right, so as far as I understand it, the idea is to by doing tiny little like brush strokes across your colour, you're making transitions of colour smoother without having to do like the wet blending. It's just a different technique rather than doing wet blending to get like a nice smooth transition between your highlight and your shadow.
Right.
Well, I was anyway.
Oh, hopefully just chilling, but you know how that sometimes, just chilling always gets interrupted, doesn't it? It's nice when you can though. Nice to get a bit of time, relax, not worry about anything. Watch Mr. MLG attempting to do metal. I think I can see it coming together now though. Like those highlighty bits aren't as bright. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Oh, you see, Jesus, it looks really good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
going to be a slow go, isn't it?
It is going to be a slow process. So, I'm sorry for anybody that's...
Because we could talk to you while you're doing it. So, apart from Frostgrave, what else are you planning on doing in the shop when we can fully open and get the gaming area open and everything like that? Because we're going to open the shop when we're allowed, is it 12th?
The 12th, yeah.
So that'll be like when we're allowed to open the shop, but the gaming floor will be a little bit later because we just want to make sure that everything is staying as it is, because last time when we could open again in the middle and we waited a little while and then we opened the gaming floor and then the Prime Minister said, oh, you've got to shut again, let's shut it on again.
Yeah.
So we're just going to wait just a little while and just make sure that more people have been able to get their vaccines, and you see there's only one member of staff's had theirs so far, so we just want to keep everybody as absolutely safe as we can. But when we can open the gaming floor, what are you planning on?
So we are planning Frostgrave and Stargrave launches at the end of April. No, this is Mr. MLG's mini for the month. Go out. So yeah, we're going to do Frostgrave, and I think we're going to have a crack at Stargrave. If you watched our stream where we unboxed the Spellcrow minis the other day, so we've got the little Spellcrow rule set, the Umbra Tourist game. So we're going to have a little go at that and try and encourage some people to join in.
Space.
It is Frostgrave in space. That's exactly right. So instead of instead of going through the ruined city, you'll be going through derelict spaceships and colonies and what have you, trying to find loot. It looks great, and they've done some fantastic new plastic figures to go with the release. So they should be really good. And so it comes out officially on the 29th of April, and we will find out pre-order information for pricing and all the rest of the stuff for the plastic minis and the metal minis and other bits and pieces for the official release next Monday. So we'll find out that kind of information. We'll be able to put things up for pre-order on the website and what have you.
Cool.
And then stop waving this way because the focus is no worries. So that looks really cool. And then obviously, because Stargrave is very much like Frostgrave, you can use whatever miniatures you want. It's not like you don't have to use North Star's plastic minis and metal minis for the game. You can use whatever you like. So just today we've had delivered a range of official Starfinder licensed minis. Now Starfinder is Pathfinder RPG but in space, so it's Starfinder RPG. Oh, there you go. Mr. Perks has just given you a description of glazing there.
They are used to produce super smooth transitions and to introduce tints to an existing paint scheme to give the illusion of things like bruising, stubble, glow effects. It's far too complicated for me now.
Yeah. I think it might be proving too complicated for me at this stage. But we're gonna carry on. So Stargrave. So Starfinder, these are official Starfinder minis, and they're 28mm scale, so they would be perfect to use for a game like Stargrave. And there's loads of other awesome minis out there, sci-fi minis. Reaper do loads, and there is it's just you don't have to go to Games Workshop. There's loads of amazing sci-fi minis. Warlord Games.
It is GG. Magic.
Yes.
And I'm sure Mr. MLG will start painting again in a minute, and we'll see the magic happen.
I will, yeah. Sorry, I was just on a thing. Yes, Mr. Perks, Starfinder Minis, and we might, just before the end of the stream, I might show them off, actually.
Have you brought them home?
Yeah, they're in the box.
It's not shown me yet.
No, because I was too excited about the other thing.
Oh, there's so much stuff to show you at the end of the stream.
Yeah.
You better get some paint on that then.
I know. So while I'm just waiting for my glazed area to dry, I was just gonna.
Do you have to wait for it to dry in between?
Yeah, I think I need to just give it a few minutes because I put a little bit too much on, like fluid wise, and I think you're supposed to get most of the fluid off. So I was just gonna put the next kind of row of highlights on here to be working towards.
Yeah, so exciting things to show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Gigi. That's generally how it goes, to be fair.
What's that?
It's because he gets home, because I'm working from home, and he gets home, he gets all excited, and then we have to have tea, and then we have to get the cameras all set up for the stream, and then he just forgets to show me stuff. And then he talks to you a lot about it, and I get to learn about it. It's normally me falling asleep on the sofa, waiting for him to finish painting. That's what that normally is.
Yeah, well, this year so far, I've painted more minis than I did all last year.
It's because he's jealous, because I was painting one a day and he got jealous.
Yeah.
And you're going to join in with the Reaper Challenge League, aren't you?
I am indeed. I've already got my first couple of figures mapped out that we're going to use.
Yeah, so over on our Discord channel, we have a whole channel dedicated to Reaper Challenge League, where we all discuss with each other what we're going to paint and talk about it and show each other the miniatures, etc, and help each other out. So Mister's got involved in that as well now.
Yeah. Because
anybody else do the Reaper Challenge League in chat? Has anybody else joined in? We're just coming up to the second quarter, aren't we? Of it. Yeah, we need. The more people to join in the better, Gerald. The more people. Because then we've got more options, then, haven't we, for the trio and the duo, etc.
Yeah, I don't. To be fair, I don't really know why I didn't do it before. It was a bit slack of me, really, for not participating, because I've got a massive collection of minis to paint.
I've never noticed.
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody else has got a massive selection of minis. I'm sure everybody else just buys one mini at a time and paints it and doesn't buy another until they're ready to move on. I'm perfectly sure that's how it works.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, and Crafty's in as well, yeah. Yeah, lots of chat going on today, I think, in that channel.
Yeah,
we get excited for April.
We've got the big large group pirate theme going on. If anybody wants to join in, and I've got a figure in mind for that, which I'm quite excited about. I need to go and get it out. I can't remember exactly what it's called. That's one thing. But it's a miniature that I don't believe Reaper have available anymore. It's a large scale pirate that I think is particularly cool.
I think it was Goblin's Squire who said, "Why don't you wait until the Reaper Bones Kickstarter comes and do the ship?"
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Maybe slightly ambitious.
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing the pirate ship, but I think it might be.
Are we getting one for the window?
We are, yeah.
So we do need to paint one, but obviously it'll probably take more time. But
oh yeah, I think it's going to be a joint effort, that one, when it arrives.
I'll paint an oar or something.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. It's quite big though, isn't it?
It's huge. I wish I'd saved the photos, to be fair, but on their on Reaper's streams and things that they've done, where they were showing off the pirate ship when they first launched it. Has anybody seen the pirate ship?
If none of you paint Razzie, you're just going to have to do it yourself. It's Razzie.
Razzie, if I remember rightly, is a undead pirate captain, I think.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh no, GG. It's, yeah. I can't count the shop as my personal collection, really, because I have a huge collection at home.
Then we won't be able to sell it, and then we won't be able to eat.
Yeah, with ever since I found out about Reaper Bones, I've been amassing a sizable collection of stuff, some of which I've gifted to Mrs. MLG.
Yeah, you see, you make that sound like you're so generous, but what that really is I'd really like this mini painting, so I'm going to put it in your box, and I might trick you into painting it for me.
How very dare you! How very dare you! Oh yeah, I got distracted about the pirate ship. So the pirate ship is absolutely huge. So when they put photos on the thing, that's it on the season preview, and they put a bottle of water, a half-litre bottle of water, and sat it on the deck of the pirate ship, and just to give an idea of scale. But it is absolutely huge. But it should be. The Falling Star ship that WizKids have done is pretty big, but it looks like the Reaper one will dwarf it completely. So really looking forward to it, and I'm really pleased that they've chosen to do, or certainly on the Kickstarter, that you could get alternate figureheads for it. So I think the glow-in-the-dark version, which I can't decide whether we're having a glow-in-the-dark one or a normal one for me and you.
Well, surely if it's glow, you don't paint it.
Yeah, but you could have it so it was like colour changing, couldn't you?
Oh, he's getting technical again.
Anyway, so
Gigi, I make him buy them. If he wants a miniature from the shop, he has to put the money in the till. He's allowed a miniature from the shop, but he actually has to buy it, and he has to buy it at retail price, like what's on the ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, no freebies. That's not allowed.
Staff discount.
What? Yeah.
We give our staff a very reasonable discount on products in the store, so it's only right that applies to you and I as well.
Oh, Cheetah's got a taco.
Oh,
we had fajitas for tea. Is that close?
Yeah, it's basically the same, isn't it?
Well, mine was basically the same as a taco because I couldn't wrap it up properly.
Yeah.
And then it all fell apart like a taco.
It did.
Because I'm not very good. How are you getting on?
Well, I think it's going alright. How does it look? Stick him up there.
Yeah.
And get rid of the bit of tissue.
Still orange.
Oh, it is, yeah. It's like, I don't know.
I can see what you're trying. What the process is.
Can see what you're trying to do.
Yeah, but I can't say I can see what you've done because you've got so many more processes to go through.
Yeah.
Haven't you? But yeah, I can see the idea.
Yeah. It's coming together.
That's right, Wiki Thing. I get the most of my box of minis to paint. I won't call it my box of shame. My box of opportunities.
Yeah.
Most of my minis are non-retail packed. So they come from Kickstarters or the boxes have broke when they came and things like that. So they're not technically stock.
No, they're not, no. No, a lot of those are from... I backed one of the Kickstarters early on before we really started stocking a huge amount of minis.
Yeah, they're quite old, most of them, aren't they?
Yeah.
The only problem I've got so far is, in doing this mini a day, is that most of the things that I've got left now are huge dragons. And, I need littler things for a mini a day, really.
Giants. You did an amazing giant the other day.
Yeah, but that was like...
Unfortunately, I put him in the cupboard, otherwise I'd show him to everybody.
It was like a day and a half or something, wasn't it? That's where the hours were a day, but because of other commitments I had to split it. But I did say that in my post. When I posted it for a mini a day, I didn't pretend that I'd done it in a day. So that's alright. But I've got like all this awesome stock to add to the website, so that's what I've been doing. What was it? Bloodborne?
Bloodborne, the board game.
The board game, which is based on a PlayStation video game, which I know absolutely nothing about. Thank you, Mr. Perks, thank you. It wasn't, he's not as blue. The frost giant that I painted isn't as bright blue as he looks on the pictures. I mean, he is quite bright blue, but not, it looks like a smurf on the pictures. It does, doesn't it? You don't know? Well, you're looking at me funny.
Oh,
Down there,
excuse me.
To yourself.
I think that's starting to really look pretty good. I know it's taken ages, but...
Oh, if you turn it slightly, I think the light's maybe hiding what you've done. What does everybody think so far? We've got some posture check from Cheetos.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right, Crafty.
Yeah.
I've got a werewolf with no head.
Oh,
I'm not really quite sure what to do with it.
Yeah, I think it's coming along quite nicely. I think we'll give it a couple more coats of this particular glaze, and then I'm going to change to the next glaze and try and move the transitions slightly. So
look, it's as if Crafty.
So what I'm going to do is, while that dries a little bit, do you want to go and before you get comfy, do you want to go and grab the box out of there and we'll show the things up? It's you'll see it once you go in in there.
Just jump off Minnie a minute, my darling.
Sorry about this, everybody. We're just having a while I'm waiting for him to dry, I'm going to show you some new stuff, and we'll have the new things up.
Scorpion, 'cause it's right here.
Yeah, go on then. Oh, look at that, blobbed.
You can have your...
Blobbed on me thing.
Wash your toes, sweetie.
Yeah. Thank you. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. This is, oh, there you go. So here he is. Here's the boy. This is my brass scorpion, which is work in progress currently. Not completely glued together. You can just see him there. Oh, there he is. He's a big boy. Someone was asking about the brass scorpion the other day. Oh, look, he's too close. I do apologise. So the way we've got the camera set up, you can't all get in. But that's the chap. I'm particularly pleased with what I've achieved so far, but he's definitely got a lot more layers to go. And now we're going to have a good bit of practice on glazing. Certainly these armour panels here are going to get some glazing going on to try and make that red a little bit richer. So let's get him out of the way. I've only been working on that for 2 years. It's definitely a long work in progress. Now, what we got delivered today, and this is a tester product. You got the first look. So this is Dungeons and Lasers. So this is a new range that we're going to be stocking in the very near future, I hope. It's manufactured by a company called Archon Studios that are based in Poland. They've done a Kickstarter for these things, and it's essentially modular dungeon and sci-fi terrain, perfect for Stargrave. So, dungeon terrain and sci-fi terrain, and this is how the system works. So you get these joining pieces, which are these. Hopefully, the bag isn't going to be too reflective. So these joining pieces with the little clips in, they're what you use to fasten the pieces together. So we'll stick those over there. And then here we've got, this is a sprue that they've sent us as a tester. So this is the dungeon section. So this is how the pieces go together. They're the bases. Oh, sorry, Big Goblin. It's working alright at our end, I'm afraid. So, yeah, this is how those connector pieces join. So you use those to clip the pieces together, and then you've got the wall sections have all got these little pegs on the bottom that you pop in there, so they go in. So this is one of the sprues of floor sections with a bit of added wall, and they look really nice. So we're gonna have a bit of a play and practice with these. And these are some of the wall sections, so a door and various wall bits. Now they've all got these little holes in on the wall sections that you can see there, because the other part that comes with it is an accessories sprue. And on this accessories sprue we've got various pieces here, like I don't know if you can see down the bottom, might have to move it up. So we've got some sconces, some torches here that plug into those little holes, or little gargoyle heads and lanterns and other bits, and some other different gargoyle heads and sconces there. And then there's a bunch of other accessories. Oh, I think these shields, they've got the same holes in, so you could put these shield decorations onto your wall section for a bit of added detail. We've got these nice banded trapdoors, barrels, little egg clutches, some pillars there and there, they're really nice. A little bit of treasure, some books, some scrolls, these levers like I said. And then at this end of the thing we've got this fantastic spiral staircase that you build up in like 3 sections that you'll be able to use, because you can build the dungeon pieces together, as we see here, in multi-level configurations. So these look absolutely fantastic. Now this is just something that they've sent us as a tester, and I don't know how many of these you'll get in a box set or whatever, but I think these look absolutely fabulous. So we're going to be showing those off once we've had a chance to get some painted up and clipped off and what have you. So there you go. I'm quite excited about that. And then let me.
Are you going to paint some more and show the other things after you?
That's a good idea.
Waiting for the next thing to go.
That's an excellent idea. Yeah. Why don't I do that?
You've only got 4 minutes left anyway.
4 minutes left. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Right then, so let's get some more, or do a little bit more of me.
So what's your
glazing? So this mix here is, like I said, this is Vallejo orange brown, and I've watered this down or thinned it down with some Citadel Lamian medium, and so it's probably a 1-to-1 mix of orange brown and Lamian medium, and then I've added in maybe another half a part of just straight water to thin it as much as I could. So I think that this is going fairly well. Really, we've got a good little transition going on. I keep saying that like I sound like I know what I'm doing. But it's looking alright. Have we got Wicked D convinced to paint some minis yet?
I think Wicked D might join in the Reaper Challenge League.
Excellent.
Because I have told Wicked D that we will help out.
Yeah.
Won't just say paint minis and then leave Wicked D all on their own. Everybody in the Discord channel will help, and there's always people to give advice, etc. So that's not a problem. And also, the Reaper Challenge League itself, obviously because it's run by Reaper, not us, we're just participating for the fun. But it's not judged. It's not, oh, that's an awesome mini, you get 10 points, or that's a poop mini, you get 1 point. It's not judged at all. Everybody gets the same amount of points, no matter their ability or anything. It is just fun and to get you painting, which is what I've been using it for, obviously, as a new painter myself. Wicked D says, so far I have 2 minis and several paints in the basket. Now you see, that's what you want.
Yeah.
What minis have you picked? Are you telling us? Oh, I've got a wriggly bottom. You have, young lady. That's Little Miss, by the way. Nobody else. Little Miss has decided that sitting on my knee while I try and paint these spiders and talk to you all is the best idea in the world. Yeah. Yeah?
What am I eating?
Well, you're eating an apple. Ah.
Crafty Gobbo says, heresy, that's like mixing Pepsi and Coke together. Does that mean
You're not supposed to mix the water with
I'm not supposed to mix water and Lamian medium? Ah. Yeah. I must admit, it's my first time ever using Lamian medium. When I opened the pot this evening, that was the first time the seal had been cracked. I've only had it in the paint drawer for 2 months.
Oh, sneaky
I've not
Rocky.
used it.
Oh, I love Rockies.
Yeah.
I don't like it as well.
Pete the Priest says he's missing a mini. What mini? Like. Oh yeah, mixed. Oh no.
Yeah, you got a rum in it.
Yeah, definitely. You're missing a mini, Pete.
Oh no, mixing Games Workshop and Vallejo.
Ah, right. I see.
I don't
Now,
know what the other mini is that Wicked D's got. I know what Sneaky Rocky is, but I don't know.
Yeah. So the chap whose recipe for this non-metal metal I've taken painted a figure using Citadel paints, but I went and found a conversion chart because we don't have very many Citadel paints. We've got a lot of Vallejo and Reaper and what have you. So I went and found a conversion chart from the Citadel colours into the Vallejo colours. So he used Scrag Brown, and I'm using Vallejo's Orange Brown, which are essentially very, very close, if not the same. And then he used Bestigor Flesh for the flat flesh, which is what I've used for the highlight here. So he used Bestigor Flesh for that, but we're using the Vallejo flat flesh.
If you send us a message, Pete, we'll sort it out for you.
Yeah. Ah, that was. Yeah, I know about that. I think. I don't think we had it in stock when you ordered it, if I remember rightly. But we have today just had a.
We never really know how that happens.
Nah.
Because we count everything and we add it all to the website. We don't add anything to the website that we haven't got, but then sometimes it's not there. Either we have little thievy hands when the shop's open or something, I'm not sure, but it does occasionally happen, unfortunately.
But we've got a couple of large restock deliveries of WizKids coming next week.
It says there's a mix-up then. We've got a different one by mistake.
I don't know.
Thank you, Beer Goblin. Sorry it's not working for you. Thank you for trying anyway.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for checking in.
I've got no idea what Wicked D's written because it's starred out.
Yeah.
And I bet it's nothing that really needs starring out at all. Right. Is it going to let me click on it or something?
Right, let's put him there for a second again.
Maybe Wicked D's just written 3 stars.
Right,
yeah,
so
let you put links in.
Right then, let me quickly show you these things off, and
you'll have to tell us in Discord, Wicked D. Yeah, the stream doesn't let you put links in, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, not unfortunately, it's just done.
So here we go, Mr. Perks, just for you.
Ah, yeah.
If you can see this. Oh, so this is one of the things that Archon Studios produce. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's too close, isn't it?
No, that doesn't happen, DJ. I tell you, you have to buy them, so you have to take them off the website.
Let me, if I just move this up, so it's.
It does occasionally happen where they go walking.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Where does that want to be? Oh, I don't know. Right there. So this.
You look like you're wearing some fancy goggles now.
Yeah. So this is a fantastic set by the company that made that dungeon thing that I've just shown you. And this is something that we're going to be getting added to the website possibly tomorrow.
Oh, that's a cool figure we could do. That's really good. Yeah, that'd be fun to paint.
And this is the back side of the thing. So this is a bit of modular scenery kit which comes in 129 pieces. So it's fully able to be magnetised, and you could paint it as sci-fi terrain or fantasy terrain, compatible for 28mm figures, so you could put it alongside sort of GW or any other brand.
And when is this out?
Terrain now.
It's out now, is it?
So this will be on your list of things to add tomorrow.
Oh, that's why he's not told me about it, you see. It's on my list of, you've got to add this to the website.
Yeah. And this fantastic box set, as I understand it, so this box gives you everything that you would need to create this setup here on the back of the box, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic, Moxie.
I think that's pretty awesome.
That's done as with the Reaper sub boxes.
Ah, super.
So then you'll be able to join in the Reaper challenge. That'd be really good.
Yeah, we're going to add it in the morning, Pete the Priest, I'm afraid. But yes, perfect for Stargrave. Perfect. Or Frostgrave, because if you painted this as where they've got all these metal pieces on here, if you painted that all as stonework, it would work just as well. And you could use it for either game there. So that's the first item. Then we'll zoom back in, because you don't need to see my messy paint area. Yep, there we go.
It's entirely up to you, Wicked Day.
There we are. Right, and then for Mr. Perks, here we go. Official Stargrave minis.
I'll help you out later, Wicked Day, on discount. On Discord, is that alright?
So these are some of the figures.
I know.
So these are resin minis. Oh, hang on, we've got too much reflection from this light here, haven't we? No, still can't get it. Anyway, so we've got like dwarf soldiers, named characters, 32mm scale. This pilot mini. There's 17 different figures here, and they look fab. Well, if we put that there, will that block out the light slightly? Oh, there we go. So yeah, there's all sorts of different alien races, humans, and the classic fantasy races: dwarves, half orcs, halflings, elves, humans, and they look absolutely fab. So they're on Mrs. MLG's pile of things to add to the website tomorrow.
She's only just been told about.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What?
If you've got time, that is, I suppose, isn't it? It's,
Well, anything for you, Dad.
No, thank you. Thank you. So, it's 9 o'clock, so I guess we best wrap up there. Squats, that's right, Crafty Gobbo. Squats. Dwarfs in space. Criminal at Games Workshop to write them out the game. So, I'm going to leave it here for now. I think that this is coming on quite nicely.
What you were doing?
Redeeming my stretch. Thank you, Pete.
I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, I think it's looking quite nice there. So the next stage will be a lighter glaze. We're going to go for a glaze made out of the flat flesh. Thanks for coming. And then after our glaze of flat flesh, then we'll go for another glaze, but of a mahogany brown, so a little bit deeper brown to get the colour a bit richer. But that'll be next week. So thanks everybody for coming and checking in. Really appreciate you all coming and taking time out of your night again. And we'll see you all soon. So our next stream is, next official stream is Sunday, and that will be I was going to say Starfinder. I've got Starfinder and Pathfinder and Frostgrave and everything on the brain. So Skyrim on Sunday 4 till 5, where little Miss MLG thumbs up will be telling me how to play, and that'll be good family fun. And after that, it'll be back to Monday, where we'll be painting our orc again. So thanks everybody for coming and watching us this evening, and we'll see you all next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.